What? What is happening?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot.
Oh,
loyal
shit.
servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod.
What the hell? I'm sure this is unlocking a memory in him, but...
Thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
That was so theatrical.
Very well. I shall open the gates of hell.
Oh, he's crying.
That thou might see thy charge.
This is really sweet, dude. Jill's like, what the fuck? Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Zombo here, and today we're back with another Final Fantasy 16 episode. In the last one, we left off kind of heading towards the Drake's Breath Mother Crystal in Rosaria / the Iron Kingdom, kind of in between those two, and working down, taking that out. However, we've been running into a lot of difficulties with the black shields and, you know, bears dying and Clive's mother. And so I'm curious where this is going to go for detouring it all from the crystal. I guess we'll find out. Also getting some nice, cool Jill development, which would be nice. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. All right, so we are back at this place where they freaking massacred a bunch of bears in a very, very gruesome way.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
I guess we'll find out. I don't know who this guy is, but they don't seem to want to do anything to me.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
Damn, they just turn a blind eye to things? Yikes. What is this? In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. What's going on out here?
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
Whoa.
The gates are closed! Begone!
Whoa, really? Okay, so this is how you get to Rosaria?
Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Whoa, okay. That's interesting. So maybe we are going to that city that I looked at in the distance, because we're actually way closer to Rosaria than I thought we were going to be. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still really far away, but we're a lot closer than we were a little bit ago. Country road, take me home to the place. Whoa, there's a city up here. The Silken Strand.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened.
Damn.
The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Wait, so this is where I'm going? Oh no, I don't know what this is.
We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us.
Okay. Oh, so what we're seeing over here is part of the same city or something? Wow, okay.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Teleport obelisk. Okay, here we are. They're camping in tents outside.
My children are starving!
Have mercy.
What the hell is she doing, dude? By she, I mean my mother.
Voice friends dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough for everything!
Damn.
Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, away with you, filth! Back to your
They're gonna start killing dudes.
Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
All right, I guess we're going back to one of the other gates then. Damn, yeah, that's pretty intense here, man. What's up?
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
No.
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble.
Ah.
The Lazarus.
Okay.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
I mean...
As long as it is abandoned.
That's true. Okay, black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Yeah, you? It sounded like they're looking for us. Alright, so this gate, the one that was at before, is the way to go. So we can get in here? And we should have just came in here before.
This
The
is nothing
Lazarus
like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be very convenient for me if this place is legitimately abandoned. Means less worried I have to do about fighting things, but I feel like we're gonna fight a big enemy. So it's weird that I haven't fought a mini boss in so long, or a boss for that matter. So that is definitely coming. I can feel it in me loins. Let's see. Uh-oh.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Okay.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Oh, damn. I guess we won't be. I'm guessing someone's gonna come from this side too. I mean, I don't care. I'll kill you guys. It's honestly your funeral. Who the hell are these guys?
Or not.
All right, let's just do a little bit of this. Nice. Oh, they're bandits. Oh, I see. So you guys aren't very... You're not good people anyways. Nice. Easy. That's why you don't mess with me. Enemies bested. Yeah, because I'm the freaking best. What can I say? What can I say? 69 XP? Yeah, you know how it is. That's what it's like being the best.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that,
Yeah?
and he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Oh, shit.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Huh? Oh, is this the guy?
Forgive me, my lord.
What's his name?
I knew not whom I addressed.
Will?
You have naught to fear from us.
I guess he looks a little different than that guy.
Founder, it really is you.
Or is it? I don't know.
It is.
Wait, that was it.
So wait.
Damn. I got the W right. The other guy's Tyler. I thought he was gonna die because his name was generic. I guess I was wrong on that. Tyler died, I'm pretty
You can
sure.
speak inside.
Okay. So you guys are bandits. Sorry I killed your men, but they wouldn't let me leave. Oh, nope, they're not dead. They're just unconscious. Okay, that's convenient. I remember my sword going through their chest, but whatever. We'll look
And
past
those
that.
who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Ooh, cool name.
Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
Good.
Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
His mother.
You mean my mother?
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm.
Yeah,
She
that,
barely
I guess
even
that
cares
is
for her
valid.
own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Oh.
As to why,
They made baby?
I don't know.
I got a
Maybe she can't bear the
half
thought
brother?
of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
That guy's wearing the same outfit I think Tyler had. I don't think that's Tyler. I'm pretty sure I saw him die, but...
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else.
Oh, did you see that too?
Then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
We're back with Sir Wade.
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Again.
And we at yours.
So, Wade,
Where's
let
Joshua?
us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I really want to see...
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Yes. I really want to see Clive's mom interact with Joshua, who she loves so much. I would love to see her reaction to him being alive, because she seemed to legitimately care about her son to an extent. Not so much that she wouldn't stage an ambush and be a traitor at Phoenix Gate, where she sends an army of people to murder everybody there while her son is there, her beloved son. But she did sound like she was looking for him, but they thought he was dead or something like that. So she probably just gave up. But I guess, she must have been pretty quick to give up, because he obviously was dead. So that's pretty interesting. Another cellar.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
Oh, new arm guards. They are technically better. I guess sure, why not,
Of course,
right?
my lord. It has been an honor.
It seems like buying that kind of stuff isn't always the most useful, though. All right, Sir Wade. Let us continue on with our journey.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill, and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment.
Oh.
Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small
5'6"?
enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade,
I feel like we barely knew each other, though.
the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
It looks like they actually gave him a burial, so that's good. At least somebody did it.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Let's do it! Oh, priority quests. Yes, my main quest. Totally a priority. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the Hideaway. Interesting. So we have like area-specific companions. Jill seems like one that goes pretty much anywhere as long as the game does allow her to go. Okay, yeah, let's just make for the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Thank you, sir.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We
Where'd he
tracked
go?
down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
All right, let's see how wrong this is gonna go.
There they are.
I doubt it's gonna be anything but easy.
On your command, my lord.
All right, I think it's gonna be anything but easy. Hello. Damn, that wizard one looks
What is it now?
crazy.
I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Damn.
You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come!
We're more than enough,
Die
dude.
along with your flame!
I've killed a dragon. I've taken down a mother crystal. You're nothing to me, bro.
Rosaria!
For us area!
Or Rossfield.
Your petty revolution.
Yes, we're gonna hit him with a little bit of this. Damn. Oh boy. And soink.
Bloody hell!
Who's next?
Reinforcements from the far bank!
No.
The Wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Okay, this is not what I wanted. Okay, I'm getting very distracted. Okay, I'm going everywhere. Ow, I'm getting beat up real bad. Nice. Yikes, I used a lot of potions there. That was crazy. Uh-oh. No, not a dragoon.
Stand, albeit a misguided one.
I used so many potions on
In
that.
taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. It's been a while since we killed one of these guys. It's so unfortunate that the same button to use Torgal's moves is the healing button. That really sucks. That's why I don't like controlling Torgal. It's like I can't have my heals on standby. That's not at all what I wanted. I hate that Ramu move. I really don't like it. Okay, got that. It's like a surefire way to get murdered. There we go. Gosh. Ramu be getting me killed a little bit. I need a different icon that I like better than that one, because that one's not my cup of tea. My cup of tea.
I don't see any more.
Yeah, I used so many potions there. That was
Nor
crazy.
do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Well, that's good.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, lord.
Oh, you
Perhaps
need to
this will
use
be
that
enough
title.
to
That's
stop
okay.
the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well.
Let's kill her.
She'll
Let's
move
kill her.
swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve.
But now that you see Clive,
We
you
battled
have...
to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place.
You have hope with Clive now, right?
Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will.
Good man,
For
Wade.
as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
Damn.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You got me. You got me. I wasn't gonna say panic, cry, go fetal, and suck our thumbs and call our moms. That was what I was gonna say. Ooh, we got 45. I think we get the next reward at the base. So what was the point of doing that? We just killed some more black shields, or?
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant.
That's good.
Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Okay. Seal obtained.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it.
Okay.
If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Yes, Sir Wade. I think there was a chest back there, though. I kind of want to get that. Uh-oh. Port Isolde, Imperial Province was there. Okay. I thought we teleported, but... Rossfield Meta. Oh, we made it. Okay, well, that was easy. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
No.
Not a chance.
Uh-oh. Those are big footsteps. How big is this man? Walking around the entire room?
My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
He sounds freaking big. Okay, no. Hello? We're not fighting, are we?
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Uh-huh.
Cliverosfield died long ago.
Oh, we're not gonna fight, are we?
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
I don't have my sword on me. What? What is happening?
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot.
Oh,
loyal
shit.
servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod.
What the hell? I'm sure this is unlocking a memory in him, but...
Thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
That was so theatrical.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell.
Oh, he's crying.
That thou might see thy charge.
This is really sweet, dude. Jill's like, what the fuck?
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very
Let us
well
have a
regale me
meal,
with
Clive.
the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
I don't know if he must not know Jill.
See that
I
you
don't know.
use the good plates, Rutherford.
The good plates. Damn. Okay, cool.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
I wonder if he heard about Clive getting lost.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20
That's gotta be
years,
rough.
Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more.
Hasn't it been
Perhaps
18
it would
years?
be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
Jill?
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Why wouldn't he?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe
Okay, maybe
even
not.
half of the things you claim.
Okay. Oh, I'm sure it's about the mother
Only a fool
crystallizing.
would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
From
Whose
who?
authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Oh, what a wholesome moment, man.
One thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
There's a lot of like camera attention on Jill. This needs to be explored, man. This needs to be explored. I've been picking up on that.
Over there. Go on.
Something is suspicious.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
All right, we need to talk. Please. This
Once
is
outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
I'm sensing a talk. This is the perfect locale.
Something on your mind?
Monsters.
Yes, that stuck out to you.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could.
That's so shitty. Such freaking somber music too.
And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings,
telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything.
I believe that, actually.
Anything at all.
I believe that. She's been fairly emotionless this whole time.
I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
I think he does. I think he understands more than most.
I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Oh. Oh. Oh!
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Oh! Oh!
Thank you, Clive. I must
so
atone
sweet.
for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
And what do you have to do to cleanse?
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
You think she's gonna die?
No.
She won't die with
some
it.
sleep.
We're
The journey back to
We can
Venom is
fix
long,
this.
and there is much to tell the others.
Well, that was very sweet. Torgal's like, you guys are sweet as bark bark. Oh man. I haven't thought about that though. So something I want to say about this is it's very strange to me that this is the first time Jill has opened up about this. It just seems really weird. The fact that I know that there's been 5 years where she didn't say shit about this to Clive, even though I'm sure there were plenty of opportunities that brought about this monster inside of her that she had, you know, looming over her of her past. It's really weird to me that that was never brought up till now. Facing the monsters, I think makes sense to bring up now, but the fact that she feels like a monster and that kind of stuff is something that I think should have been well established between them, where she didn't need to say that because they are both under the understanding. I will say she did briefly mention that when Clive was dealing with his own monsters, if you will. However, I think the focus was on Clive there, not herself. So that idea of her own monsters was almost diminished or mitigated by Clive's monsters, and that was kind of the focus we had when going towards Phoenix Gate, because that's when she opened up about it that night when they slept out in the stables or whatever at Hannah's house. So it wasn't like this information she gave us was stuff we kind of knew, but I think turned more of a blind eye to in lieu of Clive's, where now this is, I guess, the first time she's the priority. You know, it's her monsters we're facing. Clive can give his full attention to her because he already dealt with his own stuff. He dealt with that, faced it, and overcame it. So now he can help her do the same. It's just a 5-year thing that seems a little bit weird to have that much, but the fact that she never had to go back towards the Iron Kingdom or this region, quite frankly, it makes sense that she never felt the need to face her monsters or, you know, kept suppressing them. But it's really interesting. It was awesome seeing more character there and also a little bit more emotion from her, because like I was saying in that cutscene, is I believe that she's been expressing all emotions and stopped feeling things, because aside from a little bit of increased emotion at certain parts, like when the bearers didn't want to come with them because they were actually fine being slaves at the beginning of this 5-year jump, you know, we get little instances of that, or Sid, she was just crying, but nothing like she wasn't bawling or absolutely upheaved by the whole thing. It was more controlled. And so what I thought was a hindrance on her character of her lack of emotion might actually be intentional and not just, oh, we're just writing this character to just be bland and generic. That was actually intentional to have this lack of emotion. So I actually really hope that this is a turning point and she, you know, I'm not thinking she's gonna start being incredibly emotional to everything, because especially when you're suppressing it this long, it's what you're used to. But at least seeing a little bit more here and there would be awesome. And I almost think that her limited emotional range or lack of instances that she's expressing intense emotion of any kind is just part of her character, which, I mean, you can like that or not like it, but the fact that there's meaning behind it is cool. I don't know if I'm just making diamonds out of dirt right now and just prettying this thing up, and this is, you know what, not what they intended at all with this game. But even if it wasn't their intention, I think it's cool that the story almost told itself like that. I don't know. I just want to get those thoughts out quickly. But yeah, we'll go back to the hideaway now. Here be the monsters.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom.
All right, this is gonna be good, dude.
But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Vivian. Also want to go get another reward, because we should have another reward, which might give us enough ability points to get our new Remu ability.
How did we never hear?
I would like that.
Every day.
Same way they
I would like another dodging icon of sorts, because that would be quite
Is
lovely.
everything we've received and everything promised?
Oh, I should read this. Our altar is one built on pride, but that does not mean we're not too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We may have failed Martha once, but never again the Blood Axe. That's right, I remember them from 5 years ago.
Here you are.
So we didn't gain any more yet. Maybe once we finish this page, a new page shows up. That might be what happens. We haven't even done any side quests, and we're like halfway to the max one here. Oh, damn, I'm so close. 52 more ability points. All right, Vivian, what's going on? Tell us about the world.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
Oh my goodness. Don't have to be so formal
It
with
is not
me.
your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
I won't mind your company.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it.
Yes.
The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when
boiling,
a
it makes sense,
true-blooded
that's the fire one.
Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
I think I saw something with this when I was looking at the histories.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or
Yes.
rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there.
Okay.
As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed,
You can do that with
the
the fire one?
faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies.
Yeah. Jill
Some
can
80
attest to
years
that.
ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath,
So they
and
took
plucked
that?
it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Okay. That was actually really interesting. I love this history lore stuff.
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
Damn.
My father and my grandfather.
That's a rough fight to win.
Both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drek's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
Mm-hmm.
But instead,
your
they
mother
sent
effed
their
that
fleet
up.
against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill.
Okay.
I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
I do.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal.
Okay, he doesn't know. I lied.
Thank you all the same.
That was very
Much else
insightful.
to do here.
Great character.
Let's see if Jill's ready.
I gotta say, they do a pretty good job with all these characters in this game. I think I said this in a previous episode as well. If I didn't, it definitely bears repeating. They make you care about a lot of these characters. Like, I think there's a lot of good characters. I don't know how much I really care about this guy too much. I don't hate him or anything. He's fine. Vivian seems really cool. She has a really fun personality. Gav is one who's definitely really beloved. He's freaking awesome. You got the healing lady, the one that begins with the T. That's how memorable she is. But no, she's really cool as well. The librarian guy is kind of a fun guy. Like, they do a really good job with all these characters that I really enjoy it. But yeah, let's go check out Jill.
Yeah, let's check out Jill. Yeah, you look fine there, Jill.
Actually, maybe I should see if there's any new items to buy. I kind of want to, we'll try it out. I can always change it later. But I kind of want to change Torgal's look a little bit. I'm kind of interested in that one, just being a little different. You ready to face this, Jill? Let's see.
You ready?
I think so.
I don't know that I am.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drek's breath, were you?
Mm-mm.
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him.
I want her to. I really do want her to. I think that's gonna be great.
Put the past behind me. What I need to move forward.
What do you say to that, Clive?
And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Ooh.
Always.
Oh.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Look at these two. Look at. Things are developing. I'm so proud. Jill's getting character. All right, everybody, but this feels like a good stopping point before we start to pursue the Mother Crystal. So we're gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know there was a lot of cool like character stuff for me this episode. I actually really enjoyed the stuff that was happening here. And I'm very excited for this just Jill growth, because I was just a little worried about that. I actually was even thinking about it between recording sessions. I'm like, yeah, when I think back to her, I'm like, yeah, she's just existed. Like, even in like the Sid and Clive scenes, I kind of did her a little dirty with, you know, saying, oh my God, you're just gonna let me and Sid do this? Like, you're just sitting in the back. She's just always been sitting in the background, but not taking a front position. She's just been existing on the side, which has been very unfortunate. But they're finally starting to give her some attention, which is good. And I hope this continues. But yeah, so thank you everybody else so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you guys have not already. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.